How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode, and we finally have made the playoffs. I think this is, the end of season 3? It's 2022. So, yeah, because we had 1920, 2021, 21-22. So this is the third season. Thankfully, we made the playoffs, and we'll be taking on the Ottawa Senators. Now, we are the away team. They are 40. We're 43, 34, and 5. They are 50, 22, and 10. So before we check out their lines, let's give you guys a refresher of what our lines look like. Kotkaniemi's now up to a 90. I love to see it. Taylor Hall at a 90 and Cole Caulfield at an 85 are bona fide first line right winger. Now, it doesn't say he really is, but then we have Domi, Paling, Gallagher, which is not bad. Domi on the right wing. I wanted to get Paling some more ice time, so I wonder why it says Caulfield has 3 assists in the playoffs. He played with the Laval Rocket last season, so I guess it's showing his last season's AHL stats. I was really confused. For a second, I thought I had already recorded a playoff video, but I didn't think I did. Anyway, Domi's now playing on the left wing with Paling and Gallagher, so Paling... I wanted to get him some more ice time, just because he was playing well, just kind of changed things up, and it worked. We have Nick Foligno, Lowry, and Frolik. I do like Lowry quite a bit. He put up 31 points, playing not much time at all, 11 minutes, even fewer time than last season, and he still put up 30-plus points. So 10 goals, 30 points from the fourth liner, really. I'll take that. And then Cousins, Suzuki, Bennett. But if you guys remember, we made an absolutely massive trade and acquired Seth Jones. Seth Jones now plays with Jeff Petrie on that top line, Mete and Murray. And we also acquired Giordano to hopefully fix that, but he's just a rental. 1 more year left. We're going to let him walk. He might even retire. I don't think he'll retire, but he might. And then Juleson and Giordano down there. So Mete giving him more ice time because he deserves it. And then in goal, a man who had, an okay season. Not too bad. Braden Holtby. He's an 89 overall, but you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that from this season from him. It's kind of an improvement. Not really, though. He played 71 games. His backup is Rittich, who, had a bad season for a backup. I don't know. I signed him because, I was hoping that he would kind of bounce back up with less games played, but not really. So let's go check out Ottawa and see what their lines look like. I think if Ottawa won 50 games this season, they're probably going to have a really good roster. That's the one thing that concerns me. But it doesn't seem like they have a very good forward core. They have some center depth, and Colin White down there at an 86 on the third line is really nice. They have Alex Lafreniere playing on the fourth line left wing? Guys, he's on the fourth line left wing. Why are you playing Matt Nieto over Alex Lafreniere and Sorensen and Formanton? Like, these guys are depth forwards listed at 83 overall. He's high elite. He should be playing up here instead of Riley Smith. How did this team make the playoffs? Okay, they're pretty good. Shabbat, Muzzin, Shattenkirk, Bufflin. But then Michael Del Zotto and Zaitsev? How did this team make the playoffs? Robin Leonard, did you stand on your head, bud? No, he did not. How did this team make the playoffs? Just how? Did Shabbat put on an absolute show? I mean, 63 points for a defenseman is good and all, but Jake Muzzin's a good defender. Brady Tkachuk, did you carry that? How? How did this team make the playoffs? Hold on. Before I get too nuts scratched. Yeah, no. How did this team, I guess center depth? Guys, I'm confident in our ability to come away with a win in this series. So let me stop previewing it, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Sim the AHL game and sim our first ever playoff game with the Montreal Canadiens. Our first period goes like a 1-0 Formanton. Wow, I was dissing on Formanton on the second line as a depth forward, but hey, he's playing well, I guess. Second period sees us score, but Ottawa scored 2. Philippe Danault and Colin White scored, but Brendan Gallagher also got us on the board. So we're down by 2. Shots are about even. It seems like Robin Leonard's playing well. Come on, guys. I wonder who the minus players on the team are. Mete, there we go, on the second defensive pairing, gets us. And then Petrie, the defenseman, come up clutch. Both defensemen equalize for us. just a minute apart, practically a minute 20 or something like that apart. And with 1 minute to go, it looks like we're heading into overtime as we mounted the comeback and have punched Ottawa in the mouth. Can we keep this momentum we've got moving forward into this third period? Ottawa does seem to have the shot advantage in overtime. I can't tell. It looks like the shots are, pretty much even, but it doesn't matter because Max Domi on the power play wins this one for us. Geez, that game was a lot tighter than I thought it would be. This is not us. This is Ottawa. Montreal stats. All right, who are the minus players? The first line, big old minus with Kotkaniemi, Hall, and Caulfield. Lowry and Murray and those guys down there were as well. Max Domi got a goal and an assist. I don't want to be very reactionary, but let's move Max Domi up there and see if Caulfield and Paling and Gallagher on the second line, because Domi is, an 87. He is good. Like, he's a playmaker, sniper. That's a good combination. I like it. It fits with our system. And moving Cole Caulfield down. I don't know if his poise is up there yet because we haven't made the playoffs very much in his career, aka never. So maybe his poise isn't high. I haven't checked. He did play some playoffs in the AHL, which should have helped. But the Laval Rocket finished first in the conference. Love to see that, guys. Love to see it. Okay. Game number 2. We stole one on the road already. I'm content with how this game goes. First period. It is 2-1. Taylor Hall gets himself on the board, but the first line gives up 2 goals again, or so it seems. I know Riley Smith is on their first line. He scored twice. Taylor Hall scores once. It's a battle of the first lines. Second period. We do equalize. Oh my God. I can't tell with the Reds. They're too close. We do equalize with Nick Cousins there. I think he's on our fourth line. He's a good fourth line left winger. Been fine for us. I can't complain too much about our fourth line, but the shot totals are ridiculous right now. Ottawa is just peppering Braden Holtby with shots. We need some more puck possession, and it seems like we're getting it right now. But just as I say that, we give up a power play, but the penalty kill comes up clutch, and then we draw a penalty, but are unable to take the lead in this game. 5 minutes to go. A goal right now for either team would seal it pretty much. And we're heading to a second straight overtime game. And look at Ottawa's still doubling us up in shots, which is not what you want to see. But what you want to see is us go ahead and take some of the advantages we have building through the last game. The power play for Ottawa, though, in overtime doesn't hurt us. 5 minutes to go now in the overtime period. Ottawa still holds a significant advantage in shots. And that seems like it's, oh my God, Del Zotto, 73 overall. Del Zotto is going to win it for them in overtime. Montreal stats, who do we have as a minus? Seth Jones, Nick Cousins, Ryan Suzuki. Bo Bennett was a minus too. He only played 12 minutes. This line did not play a lot, but they did give up a goal. I don't know if it was the overtime goal or what, but I don't really want to change the lines because those guys don't deserve really to get more ice time. But scratched right now, we've got Jordan Wheel, who I might put in for Bo Bennett, just simply because I think he'll probably be better defensively. Oh my God, no chance, bro. I mean, moving Frolik or Lowry down would give us, make it even and give it. Yeah, Lowry. We'll move Nick Suzuki up. That's fine. Kind of shift it around a little bit. A few changes. The top lines are staying the same. Would really like to see Cole Caulfield get himself some goals here. That second line's been awfully quiet, but now we're back at home. Okay with the overtime loss. 2 overtime games means it's going to be a tight series probably, unless we just come out at home and go absolutely nuts. I'd like to see us get some more shots. That would also be important. Holtby, shout out to you for keeping us even close in that game. First period. Gallagher on the power play. So it does seem like the power play is clicking, which is good news for us, and we need to capitalize on those opportunities. And good news for us, the shots are even. Second period, we keep it up as Cole Caulfield and then Frolik. There we go. So Nick Suzuki on the third line might have gotten a point, and then I called out the second line, and Cole Caulfield delivered. All right, let's go into the third period. Its shots are about even, so it really hasn't been lopsided at all, except for the scoreline. Holtby is playing a lot better than Leonard this game. Hopefully he can keep that up with just 10 minutes to go. He just has to close the door. And Nick Suzuki gets himself a goal, and that, I think, is his first NHL playoff goal. Him on the third line seems to have changed things around just a bit. I mean, this could just be a one-off kind of game where everything seems to go right. And Holtby, they started putting shots on there at the end. As you can see, it was pretty much even throughout the entire game. Montreal stats, though, let's check those out. Nick Foligno with 3 points, a Gallagher with 3 points, Suzuki with a goal and an assist. The pluses came from Murray, Mete, Suzuki, Gallagher, Foligno. Gallagher's on the second line, but Foligno and Suzuki are on that third line. Cole Caulfield got a plus there as well. So, you know what? You'll love to see it. Ooh, Paling seems to be winning a ton of faceoffs. Faceoffs taken. Kotkaniemi not winning a ton of faceoffs. Like to see him win more, but Paling did well. Wow, nobody else really took faceoffs. It was just Kotkaniemi and Paling, and nobody else. We never sent anybody else out there for the draw, but we do keep our home ice advantage now that we stole one on the road by winning one at home. AHL regular season has ended. Laval are in the playoffs. So if we do lose, I might send Cole Caulfield down. No, probably not. Probably won't. He's too old at this point for me to realistically send him down and feel comfortable about it. Not going to worry about getting eliminated because we are up 2-1 in the series and have another home game here. Game number 4 in the series. First period. 2-1 us as Gallagher gets himself another power play goal. And, okay, so wow. Okay, we gave up a shorty to Mikko Koivu. But then Gallagher bounces back and equalizes on the power play. So that kind of, a shorthanded goal is really like 2 against. But on the score sheet, we're good. 2-1 as Gallagher on that second line now with Cole Caulfield seems to be doing quite well. Second period. Taylor Hall on the power play and just Barry Kotkaniemi. So the first line has finally found its legs, it seems, now that I moved Max Domi up there. He's not getting, I don't think, a ton of points, but maybe we're just spreading out the talent and just, kind of a guy that does everything on every line, a sniper, a playmaker, and then a more defensive guy. I don't know how that, Paling's the defensive guy. Gallagher, I guess, is a scorer, and Cole Caulfield's the assist man. Riley Smith does cut the deficit in half, but with just 3 minutes to go, it looks like we should be safe. I got nervous there for a second, but Paling extended the lead back to 3. And the second line has been absolutely clicking with Cole Caulfield on it. Cole Caulfield even, though, so they did give up some goals. The pluses, though, did come from Giordano and Juleson, that third pairing. Pretty good. And then, Gallagher, Paling, and then Cole Caulfield must not have been on the ice. Maybe it was Petrie. I don't know. Pluses, minuses, they're kind of okay. 2/3 of the time, I'll say they're okay. But Brendan Gallagher has been quite good for us recently. Hopefully, we can keep it up for one more game, one more of these next 3, and we're on to the next round number 2. But we got games to go here in Ottawa before we can start talking about the next round. First period. And Ottawa comes out strong. They get the crowd into it with a goal on the power play, and Riley Smith with that backbreaker just before the intermission. Can we regroup and come out better in the second period? We can't. Holy crap, it's 4-0, and they scored 2 power play goals. That's 3 power play goals on the night for them. Sorensen scores, and then Petrie just breaks the shutout and gets a consolation goal. Not a good game at all. Who was out there for the minuses? It seems like the first line was paired with Giordano. That can make sense why that would not work. Also, shot summary. They've been way out shooting us. They must just have guys that shoot. I want to check this out after the series, win or lose. I want to see how many shots their players had in this series because they had a ton, and during the regular season. But we have a chance to close it out here on home ice. It is 3-2 in the series. If we could avoid a Game 7 in Ottawa, I'd be really appreciative of that, boys. Let's go. No lineup changes needed. We've been playing well. Last game was a bit of an anomaly. So let's see if we can get ourselves back on the right foot here in Montreal. We cannot, as Riley Smith has just been tearing. Riley Smith is tearing it up, ladies and gentlemen. And I can say that, I don't mind because he just is. Second period. 3-0 now as Shabbat and Tkachuk extend the lead for Ottawa. And then Mikko Koivu makes it 4-0. And I'm going to skip the rest of this game. Suzuki and Paling made it 4-2. And then Bufflin just scored what probably was an empty netter. As far as plus and minuses go, Seth Jones and Petrie were minuses. Caulfield, Gallagher, Paling, Domi, Wheel, Hall, Kotkaniemi. Not great there either. Something needs to be done. We were up 3-1, and now it's 3-3 in the series, and I'm a bit worried about us not okay. I'm gonna move Taylor Hall down. Screw that. I'm gonna move him down. I don't know what I want to do here. Can I do one of these? Paling up there, Gallagher up there. No pluses there, so we'll try it. Kotkaniemi centering Caulfield and Gallagher with Taylor Hall and Domi and Paling. Frolik, Foligno, Suzuki. I don't want to see that -3 down there on that line. Frolik, I mean, they're fine. Taylor Hall has been bad, and I want to get him off the first line. I'll tell you what, he's just not been what I'd hoped. I mean, he's been good. It's just not been the, kind of Taylor Hall that I was hoping to get. So anyway, game number 7. I wish I could make line changes in the game here. Just in case this doesn't pay off. Please pay off. First period. Hey, Max Domi gets us a goal. He's playing on the second line with Taylor Hall and Ryan Paling. Okay, second period. It is 1-1 as Alex Lafreniere on the fourth line equalizes for the Senators. And now it all comes down to this one period, and Jake Muzzin gets the lead for the Ottawa Senators. And now, halfway through the period, Jeff Petrie equalizes. And then Ottawa immediately kills my hype. And 30 seconds later, but Mete brings back the hype. And 1 minute after that, a minute and a half, now we give Ottawa a power play. Mikko Koivu, with 1:43 left in the game on the power play, is gonna send Ottawa into the next round and send us home. Wow, what a third period. I have no clue how that Ottawa Senators team is so much better than us. I just don't. I really just don't see it. Cole Caulfield, Kotkaniemi, and Gallagher were big old minuses. Oh, man. Damn, guy. Like, how does this Ottawa Senators team just do so well? Do they shoot like 300 times each throughout the regular season? Like, what the hell? I don't quite understand. Like, they took so many shots. I mean, I guess Bufflin and Shabbat both having over 200 shots. And then Muzzin, I mean, all their defensemen are up there in shots. Their forwards don't shoot a ton. But when they shoot, they're efficient. Let's compare that to us. How did we do shots-wise? I mean, we had Caulfield take a lot of shots. But, I mean, Giordano came in. We don't have a lot of guys that shoot. So maybe next year I'm going to start to look for guys that just shoot the puck. They had guys up in around 200 all the way down. We had a 300, some 200s, and then it went down to 150. If we check out the playoff stats, Gallagher did well. Gallagher had 7 points in 7 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. Really bummed that we did get eliminated. Shots-wise, I mean, Caulfield we know is going to put up shots, but he's a -4. You hate to see that. I'd like to see his defensive awareness grow a little bit. I mean, obviously we know the kid can shoot, but Hall with 24, Paling, Gallagher, Peach. I mean, let's compare this to the Ottawa Senators shot totals. I mean, look at that. They got 19 was our third leading shooter. And for them, 19 was down here with Formanton, but they had 4 guys above that in the 20s. And then all these guys down here, even Del Zotto took 15 shots. It's just so much different. When you're not shooting, you're not going to put the puck in the net. So maybe something to look for in free agency. Let's check out some pending UFAs to see maybe some guys that do shoot the puck. Some, maybe not okay. Probably not Klingberg. I mean, I'd love to get a guy like Klingberg. Seth Jones is an UFA. So we're gonna have to pay him. Probably a lot of money. Hughes. Can we please go to UFAs? There we go. Unrestricted free agents. Giroux, Klingberg, Jones, Alex Ovechkin. We know he shoots the puck. Rasmus Ristolainen is expiring, so maybe a guy to go after there as well. If Buffalo doesn't bring him back. Miles Wood, how many shots do you take a season, bud? 190 this past season. That's not a bad season. I mean, from him. Second liner, Miles Wood, I'd be interested at the right price, but it's something I'm going to take a look at least going into next season. Now, I want to check our cap hit situation. We're going to have $34 million in cap space, and all expiring contracts seem to be Jones, Petrie, Giordano. Maybe I want to bring back Nick Foligno. He's probably going to drop off. I'd assume. How many times did he shoot this season? 153, so that's not bad, especially for a third liner. He did well. Suzuki want to bring him back without a doubt. Lowry does not want to come back. I wonder why. He had a good season. Maybe he wanted just more ice time. I mean, I feel like I give him more ice time, he's gonna do well. Wow, I would give you 2 years at $2.1 million. Yeah, I'm gonna offer him that extension. Seth Jones does not want a contract extension, and I'm gonna have to pay a ton of money to get him back. Can we do 6 years? You know what? I don't want to give him the $10 million. I know I need defensemen, and I probably should just use the cap space to get him, but we're going to let Giordano walk. We're not going to bring him back. So we are going to need some defensemen, and we're going to need probably more than, I mean, Murray's going to be fine. Juleson and Mete. The question is to bring back Petrie. What does Petrie want? 1 year at 4.6. Can I get you at 1 year at $4 million, Petrie? I would love to get you back at 1 year at $4 million. He's probably not going to accept this because it's probably going to be a little too low, but we'll offer him that contract extension. Seth Jones does. We'll see if Seth Jones, when we get to the re-sign phase, does want a contract extension, because maybe he doesn't want to talk about it during the season. But we're going to stim to the draft and see if these guys accept. Lowry said yes. Okay, cool. That's $2 million. I'm cool with that. 2.1. And Jeff Petrie also resigned. So that's $6 million for Petrie, who might drop a little bit to an 83, 82. Hopefully he stays around an 84. It didn't seem like he wanted to drop off at all during the season. So Stanley Cup final is Avalanche versus Lightning. So it doesn't seem like the Senators did too much. And the cap's up to $93 million next season. I don't know how much we're committed to spending. Draft lottery, Columbus jumps Detroit. Vegas jumps from 6-3. Vancouver and Buffalo get shafted. And Chicago as well. And there you go. There's the rest. Rounds it all out. 2 teams from our own division. I think we do have our first this year. I think I did not give up our first. Who retired? Anybody from us? Jason Pominville, Steen, Ladd, Erickson, Filppula, Kessler, Green, Horton, Callahan. Okay, Boyle, Clutterbuck, Ease. Sobotka retired. I see that because Buffalo goaltenders that retired. Jimmy Howard. Detroit's going to be bad, aren't they? Okay, cool. Laval Rocket, Tiro Filppula retired. And then from the Montreal Canadiens, Ladislav Gaborik retired. So Jonathan Ericsson is now a scout, so that's cool. We can do some... Oh, wow. Warren Ellison. So congratulations. Wow, Detroit really got screwed. Columbus jumps and is going to get themselves a medium franchise player. Harry Skuen. Probably not going to be that great. But Kyler Foy could be a guy to look at. Dylan Giftopoulos would be a great guy. Same thing with Brodin. These guys are the guys target. I believe. What are they saying? Who are they saying to pick? Oh, this guy, Sammy Thorensen. We'll interview him, hopefully uncover a little bit more. Let's talk about his play style. Reply, readiness. How ready are you? 3 years. Okay, new topic. Let's change the topic. Skills. Okay, let's check out his strengths and weaknesses. His strength is skating. His weakness, use your head more. So he's probably got bad awareness. So hopefully we uncovered a little bit more about him. We knew he was 2-bar medium elite. Did we uncover anything? No, but he seems to be a defensive defenseman, which is less than ideal. So yeah, that's probably why he said his senses were his worst attribute. Some low elites here. Okay, let's go back up to the top and interview those guys. Not Skewin, but a guy like Foy. Foy would be interesting because if we can get him in the later part of the first. Play style, readiness. 3 years. I don't like the fact that it's going to take him 3 years because that probably means he's got a lower overall. Strengths. His shooting, his weaknesses are his defense. Okay. I'm not too worried about his defense not being great as a forward. 3 years away, so it's not the end of the world. Giftopoulos or Brodin? These guys would both be guys I'd look to take a shot at, but let's look at Giftopoulos. It's a great name. Hopefully he doesn't gift the opposition any goals. Readiness. He is going to be ready in 5+ years. Wow. He is not going to be ready anytime soon. Play style. I already did play style. Shoot. He's a goalie. I don't care about goalie play styles. I've made that mistake in the past. It doesn't help you out much at all. If it does, even athleticism, and his weakness is his reflexes. So reflexes, I don't know. It's goalies. You just look for the overall. Unless you guys know what makes a good goalie, I'd love to check out what makes a good goalie. So there it is. We are all set for the season. View contracts. Let's see if Seth Jones changed his mind. Still does not want a new contract. I mean, we have guys, our top guys are on reasonable contracts. So if we pay Seth Jones a lot of money, I mean, even Cole Caulfield, who's now up to an 86, is still making $2.5 million for a lot of years. Part of that was on me because, I didn't give him a lot. Oh, wow. Let's give him 1 year at 2.2. See if we can do that for Nick Foligno. See if we can give him less money, because even if he regresses, then he'll be okay. Coaching staff, we are going to need to hire an AHL associate or assistant, and then I thought for a second it was Marty Biron, and then an NHL goalie coach. So that'll help Braden Holtby. Progress reports, we'll check those out before we get into the draft so we can know what to target. Jesperi Kotkaniemi has a great year. Same thing with Cole Caulfield. +1, and then discipline. His shooting got better. Wow, his defense got so much better. And that's natural growth. His faceoffs got better. Statistical growth there. His aggressiveness and his strength grew as well. That's great. Cole Caulfield seems to have his discipline and his poise went up. There we go. See, having his poise go up by 2, he probably will start scoring more in the playoffs. His shot is ridiculous now. Absolutely insane. His defense statistically got really good for defensive awareness. And then his skating, he's absolutely rapid. Strength was never going to be a big, strong guy. Nick Suzuki had morale growth for the most part. His slapshot power, his faceoffs improved. His skating improved, so that's fine. I'm not too worried about the others. Statistical growth, no. Ooh, a little bit of speed regression there from Nick Foligno. Don't like to see that. Ryan Poehling, statistical growth. 1 growth in faceoffs, and rest is statistical, so I'd like to see some more natural growth out of those guys. Seth Jones, statistical growth increased. I mean, Seth Jones for us in Montreal here, 18 points, +8 in 30 games. I feel like a full season and maybe some more additions around him would look pretty good. Now let's check in the system. Sort by potential here. You know what? Yolanen might make the squad next year. +7 to all of his hands. Look at that. Good offensive awareness, now up to an 85. His accurate shooting he's not going to score any goals. Defensively, he'll be fine, but he'll just be a guy that, just makes plays. He won't really score a lot for us because his shooting is really, really bad. Samuel Hood looks like a decent player. Alan McShane, these guys, maybe bring them back for a few more years. Nobody really looks too crazy. I mean, some of these guys down here that jumped a ton, or at least modified a ton of traits, it's fine. So no gems that it really seems that we should move up for. Where are we in the draft? What's our pick number? I think we're in the 20s. That guy was projected to go at 18 projected picks. Oh, we are projected to go at 18. So I think it was Sammy Thorensen was the guy to maybe go after. Let's view the draft class because I want to pin him so I don't forget when I come and do the next video. Let's see. We are down here at like 18 is where we're picking. Oh, Foy. Kyler Foy is the guy I want to target. He's 3-bar medium elite power forward. 3 years away. Personality would mesh well in any locker room. We don't know his scheme fit. He doesn't seem to have any weaknesses, which leads me to believe he might be an elite player. But they want us to take Sammy Thorensen, who I'm going to kindly say no thank you. I'd rather take the shot at the 3-bar medium elite, because that would help our franchise out so much. But guys, leave your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe what I should do in free agency. Should I trade anybody? Should I keep anybody? Should we sign Seth Jones? That's the big one. That's a really big one. Do I have to pay him $10 million? I've been needing a top defenseman since Shea Weber started to regress and we got rid of him. I don't know if I can just say, oh, I'll just go to free agency, because I don't want to have to bid against other teams and maybe 11, 12 million for Klingberg. But we should have a fair bit of cap space, probably still in the high 20s coming up this season. I offered Foligno like $2 million. We're still in the about $32 million. If Foligno accepts, we have $29 million. And not a lot of forwards. I mean, Frolik, maybe we bring him back. Probably not. He didn't, wasn't wowing me all that much. Suzuki, we're going to bring back. I'll just get that contract extension out of the way now. Get him all the way through. He's an RFA. Get him at 0.95. Doesn't seem like he's going to grow, but 3 years at 0.95 for a third, fourth line center, not the end of the world. So goalies, does that mean? Yeah, no, Holtby's still signed and Rittich is still signed. So hopefully Rittich can bounce back for us. Holtby still does well. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know what to do. I need some help, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.